This is something that we're excited about getting in. People always ask me about what might be investment grade guitars, and I think having script logo Gibsons is an answer for that. And a script logo, if you can look at the top here, the logo is scripted. It's pre-war, and although this one is probably 47, which isn't really pre-war, but it's considered a pre-war type logo. A scripted logo is from an era that is more handmade. What you get with a script logo, and this is a 1947 J-45, is a tapered headstock. It's skinnier here, fatter here. You get more braking tension over the nut. You get a little more mass at the reflection point at the nut. And what you get on these guitars is also a big neck, a top and back that is made under tension. So somebody with hand tools built this top slightly larger and bent it into place, both on the top and back, to give it more projection. And these guitars have always been legendary for tone. A script logo J-45, if you're going to own one guitar, you'd probably want to invest in these. 30 years ago, these were $1,500, $1,200 to $1,500. This guitar is now $7,800. Mention the video, we'll give you a little off that price, but here is they're big guitars, they've got a big neck. This is a great guitar to find. Notice small bridge, Brazilian board, Brazilian bridge. What do you think they would charge these days to make a guitar out of air-dried woods with Brazilian rosewood fingerboard and Brazilian rosewood bridge? Don't answer that. I'll tell you. A lot. Now, the other thing I have to show you is a 1963 Gibson J-200. I'm going to brag a little bit and say we've worked with The Who for a long, long time. And one of the things that Pete Townshend has told me is that the bridge, if you sit around with a J-200, most people are going to frown. If you're sitting around the shade of the old oak tree with old Gibsons and old Martins, the adjustable bridge is something people are going to say, no thanks. But if you've ever listened to The Who's Tommy record, that adjustable bridge is the key to that acoustic sound. Pete Townshend will tell you that's the trick, that's the ticket. You want to record great tone. That's it. This is a 1963 J-200. It was called a J-200 because it was $200 back in '36, and that was a lot of money. Or 38, 39. It is a maple back and sides, jumbo bodied. Again, we have up till 68, this is always true, Brazilian rosewood fingerboard, Brazilian rosewood bridge. These days a Brazilian rosewood fingerboard would cost you $1,000 just to add that to your guitar. This guitar is top of the line, bound neck, deluxe inlays, a great multiple bound deluxe guitar, and these are very expensive new. They're even more expensive on the vintage world, and right now I think J-200s are probably one of the most undervalued guitars out there. So there's that. Now, last thing I got is kind of cool, and that is a 1957 CF-100. The CF-100s were smaller bodied guitars. Some of them were electric. They're missing a fret, and so they have room for a pickup right underneath here. And Gibson would put a couple of knobs on here. This is a dry one. It doesn't have a pickup, but you still have a small-bodied, mahogany-bodied cutaway guitar. These are quite rare. They make about 120 of these a year for the limited production run they made them. I'm not certain, but I've been told that Elvis played a CF-100 cutaway. And F stands for folk-bodied cutaway. talked before about getting a guitar that's good for your arm. You want something that fits well, and you might want something that you can sing over, because a big, loud acoustic guitar will compete with your voice. This is a great guitar for recording. It's also a very rare guitar. Now, I'm going to remind you that rare stamps go for millions of dollars, and you're not going to use them for postage. Rare coins go for millions of dollars, and you are not going to buy any groceries with it. Rare guitars are still valued under their intrinsic value, what it costs to recreate them. If you were to recreate this guitar with real lacquer, using no plasticizers, a real Brazilian fingerboard, because it's pre-68, a Brazilian bridge, this guitar is going to cost you a lot more, and it is a 1957. This is $4,500, which we feel is way below the others we see in the marketplace. This is an investment quality guitar and worthy of coming in to take a look at it. This is actually a really neat guitar. Plus, you can play up here. How's that? I know, right?